If you've been to the grocery store this month, some of you have had to start paying bag fees.
A new requirement that's part of a bigger plan to ban plastic bags altogether in our state. So let's look at the timeline here.
That bag fee kicked off at the start of the new year, and a year from now, plastic bags will be banned statewide. Starting next year, and the money collected from bag fees start to trickle in April of 2024, and then in July of 2024. If cities want stricter bag laws, then they can implement them then.
But until then, we will all be paying a dime per bag.
Denver 7's Danielle Kreuter shares where these bag fees are going.
As volunteers help clean our waterways, there's one thing they're finding more than anything else.
The #1 pollutant we find in our rivers by far.
Plastic bags. Randy Moorman and EcoCycle helped support the Plastic Pollution Reduction Act before it passed in 2021. It will eventually ban all plastic bags in the state.
Most of them end up in our landfill, but a lot of them also just get blown out and end up in our environment, and they become a huge pollutant. They break down into small plastics that animals can ingest and become lethal to animals and livestock, but they also get into our water and our soil and eventually into our food.
And people shouldn't just toss them in the recycle bin.
These types of plastic bags that you see here, it's so easy for them to get wrapped into our conveyor belts and our different machines and just clog up our machines.
As you've probably noticed, everyone in our state now has to pay per bag, 10 cents. But where does the money go?
4 cents of it stays with the business to help them implement the program at the business level, and then 6 cents goes to the local municipality or local government. And that local government can use it to give out reusable bags, to use it to address plastic pollution in their community.
Boulder has been charging a bag fee for about a decade. With their 60%, they've collected around $260,000 annually, and they've invested that into sustainability initiatives.
What we have seen is a dramatic decrease in the use of the bags, and then as a result, we don't find as many in our streams and in our parks. There's a clear correlation there.
But for those trying to avoid the fee before the bags are banned altogether,
the easiest way to avoid the 10 cents is to bring your own bag and bring a reusable bag that you can use over and over and over again.
In Boulder, I'm Danielle Kreuter, Denver 7.
And I want to note here that those who receive federal or state food assistance through programs like SNAP or WIC do not have to pay that bag fee. And some plastics will stick around much, much longer than you and I will. I spent some time on the World Wildlife Fund website this evening. I found that plastic bags take 20 years to break down. Plastic straws take 200 years to break down. Listen to this. Plastic bottles and cups, 450 years, and diapers and toothbrushes take 500 years to decompose. Something to keep in mind when weighing your options at the grocery store.